I have struggled to find the proper diet for myself. I've tried carnivore, ketovore, keto, paleo, and pretty much everything else. I've spent countless hours digging into the science of nutrition, but science wasn't cutting it for me. I've been maintaining my 50-pound weight loss for almost 2 years now, but I still have about 30 pounds to burn. Now I'm on a quest to discover Bible-based nutrition. I'm not ignoring the science. I'm making connections. I have 3 main takeaways to share so far. But first, a mile-high view from Adam to Moses. Way back in the beginning, in Genesis, humans were vegetarian, not vegan. Adam and Eve and their kids were told by God that they could eat any plant or fruit they wanted, except for that one Eve couldn't resist. But they also kept flocks. Remember? Abel tended the sheep. Why would they have done that if they weren't ingesting the milk? The most logical explanation for bothering to keep livestock is that they were using them for food, and they didn't eat meat yet, so it must have been for milk. Then we have the flood. After the flood, God told Noah that from then on, in addition to the plants and dairy that they were eating before, they can now eat meat. He even specifies both clean and unclean. Literally any meat is fine for Gentiles. Here we also find the first instance of wine and of Noah getting drunk. So fast forward to Moses, who was told by God a much more in-depth and thorough list of what was and was not acceptable, but only for the children of Israel. The rest of the world still goes by the rules given to Noah. I'm compiling a spreadsheet with every mention of human nutrition from Genesis to Revelation, complete with the verses where you'll find them if you want to chase it down for yourself. You can find that link in the description, and it's absolutely free. You don't have to give me your email or anything. It's a Google Drive link. It'll be updated as I work my way through the Bible. I'm through Ruth right now. So here are the 3 main takeaways that I've learned from Genesis to Ruth. Number 1, meat without limit. Carnivores, rejoice! God actually specifies that people can eat meat without limit. Number 2, people 100% ate grains from the beginning. God says in Genesis 3, you will eat bread with hard labor. And the word used there is the same word still used for a loaf of bread, not some generic food. And Genesis 3 is very, very early on our genetic timeline. Number 3, the most consistent grouping of foods together as what God intends for us to eat so far is meat, bread, oil, wine. That's fascinating to me. Basically, meat, any kind of meat, olives, olive oil, whole grains, any plant, and wine. Grains are actually nutritious if they're not sprayed with glyphosate or any other pesticides, aren't GMO, and aren't ground into powder ahead of time. Freshly ground grain retains the germ and the bran, as well as the fast oxidizing nutrients like vitamin E and the B vitamins. I've linked a few grain sources that I've found and actually used on Amazon. If you're interested in dabbling in whole grains, you can cook them in an Instant Pot whole, or use a high-speed blender and a dry canister to just pulverize them into a flour, which you use immediately. It's coarser and heartier than anything you'll find at the store, including whole wheat, which actually isn't whole if you buy it in the store. That's not to say that bread is the optimal nutritional vehicle for everyone. Not everyone has the same tolerance to grains. If you're interested in finding out more about the nutritional content and uses of grains, I recommend Felicia from the Grains and Grit channel. I've learned a lot from her. Bible-based nutrition can be personalized to each unique individual that the Lord has fearfully and wonderfully made. No 2 of us are the same, so our diets necessarily won't be the same, but the foundational principles remain. Whole foods, as clean as possible, unlimited meat, any plant, whole grains, and don't forget olive oil and wine if you choose to indulge in wine. I'm doing all this research and making it available for free for anyone who wants to look into it. If you enjoy this type of content, please subscribe. There's more coming up.